I really like how this background looks. I love that the sun is like coming in right here. But yeah, so hi. I don't have a plan for this video. I'm just gonna sit here and allow Source to speak through me and tell you whatever you need to hear today. I'm trying to have grace for myself and take things slow and not rush, because I feel like I'm losing the audience, you, but I'm just going to be in this space with you and invite you into this space with me, and just allow what comes through to come through and not force anything. I just don't want the message to get like distorted, right? So I guess the message for you that I'm getting right now is to have grace for yourself and not to be in such a rush. There is no rush. Time is infinite. And there's no race. It really like bothers me that a lot of the world sees life like that, as a race. Like you have to beat people to the finish line, or to the top, right? And there's plenty of room at the top. Everybody's gonna eventually make it past the finish line, right? Unless you let yourself, give up. Don't give up. And like going back to that analogy of the tortoise and the hare, who won that race? The hare got too confident and thought he could rest, and then the tortoise ended up making it before he did. And I feel like that a lot of the time, especially because I really resonate with like turtles and tortoises. I really do take things very, very slow, and my family, my mom specifically, has always made me feel really bad about that. And I've realized that like even some of my friends have like kind of judged me. One friend kind of judged me for that, and she thought that like I wasn't doing enough and I didn't want it enough, and that because she wanted it that much that she was going to get there first, And so, and she was like expressing this, and I did not give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care if you think I'm going too slow. I'm gonna go at the pace that I want, because this is the pace that I need to go. I'm somebody that gets very overwhelmed easily, and that is something that I wish I could change about myself, but taking it slow is how I've learned to manage that. There's so many things that I want to do in a day. So many things that I have planned, so many goals. I have all these talents, and I'm not practicing every single one at every single day, and I'm slowly trying to incorporate those things into my life, because then I'll feel really fulfilled. But it's just like, why am I gonna be on anybody else's time? This is my life. This is my time. I decide what I want to do with it. But don't get me wrong, what's coming through right now is that like time is infinite, yes, but don't waste it, because we only get this life. Well, I mean, I believe in reincarnation, right? But the you that is currently existing only gets this life. And so try to be intentional with your time. Try to be intentional with your time. Don't let it pass you by. Try to be here. Try to be in the present. That's also something that I've really learned, and that I'm working on right now, because I I really like watching shows. Shows are something that bring me peace. I like to just eat in the mornings, drink my coffee, watch a show as I do it. But I realized, excuse me, I realized that I was, like, because I would start off my day with consuming, I would consume for the rest of the day. And I was like lazier, and it just, I didn't like how it was making me feel. So I was choosing a temporary comfort over fulfillment. And so yeah, that's why I'm making these videos now, first thing in the morning, because I don't want the rest of my day to be that, you know, just sitting on the couch with a coffee or watching TV or being on my phone, or, you know, I really would spend like all my day on the couch. I'm still having grace for myself though, because a year ago I was spending all of my day in the bed, just on my phone. And so it's still progress, very slow progress, but now that I'm aware of it, I'm doing something about it, and I'm going to continue doing something about it and try to continue to be intentional and to continue to stay in the present. That's something that I have to fight a lot of the time. As I was saying in a couple videos back, we are under mind control 24/7. And we have been programmed to reach for our phones first thing in the morning. And everything that we're being fed is programmed to keep us consuming. And so I have to be mindful of that. And I have to fight that or rebel against that by not reaching for my phone first thing in the morning. I mean, this is my iPad, but it's different. and choosing to make slight changes so that it keeps me at this mindset, because as soon as I turn on that TV, I'm back to that consumer mindset. I'm letting that mind control take over me again. And so one dog isn't around. I'm trusting that she's still here. She's just doing something she's not supposed to. But yeah, I'm just trying to stay mindful, and I have to make little changes to do that. I want these videos to set the tone for my day, not just your day. And yeah, especially like I'm making these videos before I eat, right? Because that's also another way that they mind control. I mean, and it's not fully psychological, it's also just like biological, which is when we have food in our stomachs, we do get lazier, especially if you have bacon. You get slower. Oh, she is here. Here, Penny. I wonder what she's doing. And so yes, take it slow, but be really mindful of how you're using your time. Like, let the slowness feed you rather than drain you. Like right now, like it feels very slow. I haven't started my day, if that makes sense. I mean, I technically am, because I'm sitting here and talking to you, but like I'm not doing anything that I had planned on my to-do list, you know. I haven't even made myself breakfast. I haven't made my coffee. I haven't done my usual routine, not because I'm trying to make this my normal routine now. And so yeah, ask yourself, what changes can you make today to keep you present in the present moment? I think another change that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna read. I'm still not gonna make myself food because I'm not hungry. I realized that too. Like I've been eating when I'm supposed to, but I'm not actually hungry, and I'm just forcing myself, and I think it's making me sick. So I'm just gonna eat when I'm hungry. And yeah, so right now I'm going to read and keep this slowness and keep being intentional, and maybe I'll write in my journal, and then I'll make myself food, make myself a coffee, and watch my show. Ooh, I'm gonna stretch. Oh my gosh, that's something else that has been on my mind so much. I have not been stretching, and I used to like make that a normal part of my routine. Hold on, let me do it really quick. Oh wait, no, never mind, because I don't have a bra, but I used to make that a part of my normal routine, and it changed my life because I experience a lot of tension. I have a lot of tension in my shoulders, a lot of tension in my middle back, and then my lower back, and my neck. Yeah, just everywhere, and my hands, everywhere, all the time. And I really think it's like psychological, and I don't fully know why. Like it's so weird because every day it's gonna be a different pain. Like sometimes I'll experience a lot of pain in the middle of my back, then the next day it's my lower back, and the next day it's my shoulders, then and so I do think it's psychological, and I want to look into what the psychological meaning of that pain is, because our bodies are a reflection of our mind. Aya, can you come over here, please? You're literally right in front of the camera. Come on. Come on. Don't look at her booty hole. But yeah, so I think I'm also gonna stretch because I've been having that on my mind a lot. I know my body's gonna be very grateful. That's a really good thumbnail. Like, we do not listen to our bodies. I don't listen to my body. My body's constantly asking for things, and I don't give it to it. And I think I would be so much happier and at peace if I did. Like right now, I feel a little bit of pain, I think because I was slouching right here, my lower back. I'm just gonna stretch it when my body needs it. Oh my god, that does feel really good. And breathe. It's really good to self-regulate yourself. And especially for me, I don't breathe correctly because I have a deviated septum, and so I don't get enough air. And so when I talk too much, I'm not getting enough oxygen in my brain. Like right now I'm out of breath. I'm already out of breath. So yeah, just being really mindful of what your body needs and give your body what it needs. Again, be intentional. This is your life. Stop giving it away. Like every time you click on a show or you listen to music or like you're making money for other people, if that makes sense. And you're like giving them your life force. You're watching a show about other people living their lives and going through their dramas, instead of actually living your life and going through your own lessons. It's just that's been like on my mind, and it's still something that I'm struggling with, because it's fun, right? Like, I like to be entertained. I like watching stories, but I can't have it be my whole life. I have to be really mindful of how I do that, or how I use that, because like everything that we consume, it's not always bad. Like, consuming is necessary to create. We gain inspiration from what we consume. For example, me watching Heroes all those years ago, I wanted to be a geneticist. I'm not a geneticist right now, but because I watched that and I got so obsessed with superpowers and wanting to make superpowers possible for other people and for myself, it ended up leading me to learning about psychology and realizing that we already have those superpowers. We just don't use our brain at our full capacity. And so now I got my bachelor's degree in psychology, and eventually I want to go back for my master's, and I want to do experimental psychology, and I want to research the effects that psilocybin has on the brain and how it evolves us and gives us superpowers, because that's something that I realized. Like, every time I do shrooms, I can control the wind, I can control the fire, or not even control, it's like I'm breathing with it. I am a part of it, and I start to hear really far. I have a bad ear normally, and so maybe I won't hear what's like directly around me, but when I'm on mushrooms, I hear stuff that is like miles away. And so anyways, like, we already have these superpowers. It's just that we need to learn how to unlock them. Okay, the wind didn't pick up, but it did stop. I don't know if I did that. So anyways, like, I'm watching things intentionally. Whatever I watch on YouTube, I'm making sure it's feeding me. Actually, the guy that I used to date back in February, I think I mentioned that in the last video. I don't think I mentioned that in this video. But anyways, I dated this guy back in February, and he was not good for me. And he told me that he would start his day off every morning. He would drink his coffee and he would watch police shootings on YouTube. And when he told me that, and not to judge, right? I felt very sad. Like, I felt very bad for him. Because like, don't you realize that that's programming your mind? One, you're choosing to watch this. This is giving you entertainment. That says a lot about your psyche. Two, like, it's just perpetuating that mindset. You're watching people get killed and like killing each other, shooting at each other, like all this like conflict, and that ended up bleeding into his own relationships. Like, our whole friend group was friends with him, and since then none of us even talk to him anymore, because he's not, like, he would make us feel bad about ourselves, and he was not a good person on the inside, you know? Or I feel like everybody's a good person deep down, but because you're feeding yourself these things, because you're choosing to keep watching these things that are programming your brain, like, it ends up ruining your life and making you make bad decisions that hurt other people. And so yeah, like, be really intentional with what you watch and what you listen to as well. Like, I have a friend, and she would listen to like really I want to say ratchet music, but I don't mean it in a bad way, because I enjoy it sometimes too. You know, I like shaking ass too. But that's like all she would listen to. And then she'll also listen to like so it's like hard metal. And there was this one song she would listen to where it's like, I'm the villain and I love being the villain, and everybody can fuck themselves, and I'm that bitch, and I don't even remember everything that it said, but That's what she was listening to and feeding herself. And she ended up ruining her friendship with me. She used to call me her piece. And then when I expressed, what's it called? When I expressed something that I didn't like about our friendship that I wanted to change, she lashed out, sent me a super long poem. She made sure this bitch rhymed. And told me a bunch of crap, like things that she thought of me, things that she said were true, and saying that, oh, like, I have all these dreams, but I'm really just a child, and I have no empathy, and the tears that I cry are air-filled, and I'm sorry, it was cringe. But I was aware of the fact that she was telling me all these things because, one, she was projecting, two, because the music and like everything that she was feeding herself was putting her in this energy, was putting her in this mindset. She was thinking these dark things because she was listening to dark stuff. It's that simple. And I would tell her, like, before our friendship ended, I would tell her, I'm like, Fiona, like, you're listening to this all the time, and it's low vibrational. You're putting yourself in a low vibration every time that you listen to that. And she would say to other people that she felt judged by me because I would say that. And I don't want anybody to think that I'm judging them when I'm trying to give them advice. That's not my intention at all. Really, it's coming from a place of love. I'm telling you this because it's something that I've learned, something that I've changed in my own life, something that has positively impacted me in my own life. Like, and especially because I'm not talking out of my ass. I'm a fucking psychology graduate. I was gonna say major. No, I fucking graduated. And, like, I have learned this. I know that everything that we listen to, everything that we see, everything that we eat, everything that we drink feeds into our subconscious, or affects our subconscious. And in turn affects your life and the decisions that you make. Again, it's so simple. You are what you eat. You are what you see. You are what you hear. You are what you drink. And that's something else that she would do. And again, no judgment, because I really understand. Like, I really understand why she was making these decisions, and other people who do these things, why they make these decisions, because it's just what they're used to. And it's what they see. It's what everybody is doing. But we're all fucking depressed. We're all miserable for a reason. Because we're watching all of this. We're giving our life force away to dark things. Anyways, what I was going to talk about was the fact that she would drink a lot and smoke a lot and vape. Not just her. I have other friends. I have one friend who's actually very enlightened, who is still like drinking a lot. And again, no judgment, but even she is aware that it puts her in a low vibration. And it's fun for a little bit, you know, like, again, you're choosing temporary comfort for instead of fulfillment. There you go. And so, like, alcohol is literally poison. That is not, like, I'm not exaggerating. It is literally poison that you are giving to yourself just so that you can have a little bit of fun. It baffles me. It baffles me that people, like, choose this, that this is people's normal, that people drink every single day, that people get drunk every single weekend. I understand wanting to let loose every once in a while, but having it be your normal is just crazy to me. Like, don't you feel the effects that it has on your body, the effects that it has on your mind? And actually, no, I know you feel it. I know you feel it, but you keep choosing it because of the fucking mind control. Like, because you've been programmed to think that this is normal. You've been programmed to enjoy, like, hurting yourself. You're addicted to your misery. So you keep feeding yourself things that make you more miserable. And like, so much can change in your life. So much. You can live in such a better reality if you didn't drink. If you listen to high vibrational music. I'm not talking like those frequencies. Yes, that would be really helpful, and I'm probably going to do that when I get inside, because it really does positively impact me. But I listen to like I'm trying to think, like Smino, Kendrick Lamar, Earth Gang, Cleo Soul. Like these are enlightened people who make good music. You get me? Some people might disagree with me on Kendrick Lamar, but if you actually pay attention to the lyrics, that man is enlightened as fuck. But he just does not take no shit, and he will tell you what you need to hear, and he doesn't care how you feel about it, kind of thing. Kind of like, I'm like, even though I think I'm more graceful about it than he is, or I'm not in your face about it. I'm not gonna hurt your feelings, you know. But everything that he's saying is true. And so, anyways, like, you don't have to give up good music to listen, to be in higher vibrations, is what I mean. Don't drink. Fucking smoke weed. If you really want to be in a like different state of consciousness, smoke weed. Do some shrooms. Don't drink poison. Like, weed and shrooms are direct, like, they're from the ground. The earth gives it to us. They put us in high vibrations. Usually. Depends where you get your weed from. If you get it from those smoke shops, fuck that shit. Throw that shit out, because it is not good for you. They put more chemicals in it, and they make you more addicted, and it does not put you in a good vibration. But, you know, like, if you're getting it from a good source, it is very helpful. I really like it, because it ends up putting me into more intentional mindset. Sometimes, this is probably because I mix weed with like blue lotus flower and other flowers and mugwort and stuff. So I mix them and I put them in a joint and I smoke that usually every day, sometimes not, but it ends up like, putting me kind of like feeling like a mini shroom trip. Makes me super intentional. I think because of the blue lotus flower, with the weed, because blue lotus flower on its own doesn't really do that to me, but with the weed, I don't know how they interact with each other. But anyways, so like, you don't have to give up like substances or having like fun, you know. You just like change it for a better like alternative, like something that's just gonna be better for you. I don't know. There are options. You don't have to be miserable. You don't have to stay miserable just because it's something that you're used to, just because it's something that your friends are doing. Yeah, you're gonna be different, and people might look at you weird, and they might say you can't hang. But if they're saying that, then there are people that don't even deserve to be in your life, because they should be happy that you're making better decisions for yourself. They should be happy that you're no longer depressed, that you're at peace, you know, that you're in a positive mindset. But they're not. Or if they're not, it's because they're depressed and miserable, and they want you to stay miserable with them. They don't want to be alone in their misery. Don't let them drag you down. You already feel your convictions. You already know what you need to let go of, so just do it. It all starts today. It all starts in this moment, in this present moment. You can make that change. Don't save it for later. Oh, I'm gonna quit drinking after this beer. No, just fucking quit. Sorry, maybe I am being a little bit in your face about it, but I just really want to like drill this into you, because I see alcohol ruining so many people's lives. And it's such a normalized thing. Okay, I feel like I calmed down a little bit. What else do you want to say, God? Hey, babies. Why are you giving me your butt? Going back to being intentional. Really love on the people that you care about. Really be here in the present moment with them. Really appreciate them. Because of them, you're not alone in this reality. It's really interesting. When I do shrooms, it makes me really, really like value everything that I have, all the people that I have, and my animals. Because like without them, life would be empty. Without them, I wouldn't be as strong. So, put down your phone and sit down at a table with your dad, you know? Play board games with your family, even if it's cringe sometimes. Call the people that you haven't talked to in a while. Ask how they're doing, how they're really doing. Be with your loved ones. Don't be alone because it's comfortable. I think being with our families is the only thing that's going to heal that relationship. It may be hard for a while, but if you're honest and if you give them your time and your love, I think it really mends what's been broken. At least that's what I've seen in my own life and what the shrooms taught me. Penny, come on. My relationship with my dad healed when I started going to eat with him every Sunday. Anyways, I guess that's the point of the video. Or, I've made all my points, and I just want to say, I love you. Be intentional. Take things slow if you need to. Ride the momentum when you feel it. And feed yourself things that will put you in a high vibration, that will make you less miserable. Give your time and attention to things that bring you joy. Anyways, I love you. Source loves you. So love yourself today.